Welcome to Illuminati Silver. We tell you the truth about silver. Today is Sunday the 9th of May 2021 and we're publishing our gold and silver weekly update for the week ending the 7th of May. We also briefly look at political events, although these will be covered in more detail in a future video, and economic reports, which could shape what happens to the US dollar and therefore precious metal prices. So let's take a look. Gold rose $61 last week from $1,770 to $1,831, having hit a high of $1,843 and a low of $1,766. A good performance. In sterling terms, gold finished the week at 1,310, that's up £29, and in euros it closed at 1,505 euros, that's up €33. Silver rose $1.55 from $25.93 to $27.48, having hit a high of $27.68 and a low of $25.82, so an even better performance from silver. In sterling terms, it closed at £19.66, that's up 90 pence or just short of a pound, and in euros it closed at 22.59 euros, and that's up 1.02 euros. The gold to silver ratio fell from 68.2 to 1 to 66.2 to 1, thus showing the improvement in silver over gold. Bitcoin is up over $1,300 at $59,039. The Dow Jones closed on Friday at 34,777, up 229 points on the day and up 903 points on the week. The S&P 500 closed at 4,232, up 30 points on the day and up 51 points on the week. And the Nasdaq Composite closed at 13,752, up 119 points on the day but down 210 points on the week. Moving over to energy, Brent crude closed at $68.28, that's up $1.52, and WTI crude closed at $64.90, and that's up $1.32 on the week. The dollar index stands at 90.23, and that's down 0.99 or almost 1 full point on the week, thereby giving some impetus, but not total, to why gold and silver prices and other commodity prices priced in US dollars have risen because of the weakness of the dollar, and we've also seen a similar situation with regard to treasury yields. Now, we concluded last week's video with the following forecast, quote, "Our gold trading range therefore rests between 1,700 and 1,800, with 1,600 and 1,850 as outliers, and silver trading between $25 and $26.50, with $23.50 to $27 as outliers." Well, 2 weeks ago, we were a little too optimistic in our forecasts about gold and silver, and this last week it looks as if we were being just a touch too pessimistic, particularly on silver. Not out considerably, but silver has performed very well, and all we can say is about time too. It's long overdue. Now, apart from the first hour of trading, gold opened up last week and more or less continued to rise, or at least consolidate midweek and then rise again towards the end of the week, and actually closing not that far off its week's high. One of the main reasons for this rise is that Fed Chair Jerome Powell expressed concerns about asset valuations, and as we've mentioned in previous updates, the old adage for stock markets historically is sell in May and go away, and some may feel we are about to enter that territory, though markets at current performance are very strong. But is that a rise before the precipitative fall? This was further reinforced by Fed Gov Lael Brainard on behalf of the Financial Stability Committee, quote, "The combination of stretched valuations with very high levels of corporate indebtedness bear watching because of the potential to amplify the effects of a repricing event, meaning look out if there's a stock market crash. The payroll figures announced on Friday, which we stated last week could indeed be critical, came in at 226,000 new jobs for April, against a market expectation of, wait for it, 1 million jobs. Meaning, therefore, that the Fed is going to carry on printing. And this has acted as a strong tailwind for both gold and silver prices. Earlier in the week, manufacturing PMIs and indexes were also marginally down in April compared with March, which was also disappointing, and adding to the general consensus that further stimulus may be necessary. Now, on the upside, the next target level for gold is $1,851, which is where the 200-day EMA stands. And downside support is seen at $1,795, where gold needs to establish a base before its next significant upward trajectory. Silver followed gold's path last week, but in a stronger fashion, ending the week up by almost 6%, a creditable performance. $28 is the target level, and if this is breached, all eyes will be on $30, though it will have to test the next resistance level of $28.30, followed by $28.90, and of course, psychologically, $29. Support is seen at $27, then $26.65 underneath, and then $26.30 where the 20-day EMA stands. There is strong support at the 50-day EMA at $26, and perhaps the absolute base at $24, where the 50-week EMA stands, though currently we see silver consolidating around current levels rather than falling to $24. Now, we've already touched on this past week's economic data, particularly in relation to the jobs and manufacturing. So let's take a look at what's coming out this next week. Well, on Monday, there's nothing scheduled. On Tuesday, the NFIB Small Business Index for April. More importantly, on Wednesday, Consumer Price Index for April, Core CPI, and Federal Budget for April. Then on Thursday, we have the weekly Jobless Claims Report and the Producer Price Index for April. Then Friday, Retail Sales, Import Price Index, and Industrial Production, all for April, and the Consumer Sentiment Index for May. So, Wednesday, important to watch, the weekly Jobless Claims on Thursday, just to see how that compares then with the non-farm payrolls announced last Friday, and of course, quite a lot of important data published this coming Friday. So, based on this, our gold trading range for this coming week is raised, obviously, compared with last week, and we're estimating between $1,775 and $1,875, with $1,700 and $1,900 as outliers, as there may be some pullback or even a little bit of a spurt, really depending on what is announced next week. Silver, we anticipate trading between $26.50 and $28.50, with 26 and 29 as outliers. Now, there are a number of political issues currently abounding, but we shall cover these in a separate video this coming week, as some could have some reasonable consequence and impact on precious metal prices, or arguably more the dollar, which then in turn will have an impact on precious metal prices. And we shall also have a new video on the Richard and Greg channel tomorrow, not today, but tomorrow. All that said, pay attention to the equity markets. It's not by accident that the Fed is expressing some concern. What are your thoughts? Do share them. Meanwhile, thank you so much for listening. If you haven't already done so, please subscribe to our channel, not forgetting to press the bell sign so you're notified of our videos as and when they're published. As this video is coming out late, we won't wish you an enjoyable weekend because for most it's almost over by the time this video is published, but we do wish you a safe and most prosperous week ahead. We hope you have found this video interesting and informative, and if so, please give it a thumbs up and share it on social media. Please ensure that you have subscribed to our channel and press the bell sign so that you are notified of any future videos. Also, kindly visit our website at illuminatisilver.com, and if you haven't already done so, please subscribe either as a free or paying member for regular email updates and offers. Disclaimer: Illuminati Silver owners come from a background of banking, international wealth management and economics. Having now retired from these worlds, we are not qualified to give investment advice. Therefore, this and other productions must not be deemed to be giving such advice and merely represent the personal views of its owners.